Hey guys, Craig Atkins here and welcome to another Weekend Outdoors. Today we're going to take a look at my Rock Island Armory TM22. I'm going to give you a 1,000 round review on this gun today, and I have to tell you, when I first got it, if you see my first video on this firearm, when I first got it, I had some issues with it. The trigger was dead, it wouldn't fire. I had to send it back to the factory. Took 2 months to get it back. Completely unacceptable. And but when I got it back, you know, it was firing fine, but the trigger on this gun was horrible. Tons of creep on this trigger. And you know, I had some guys message me and tell me that, you know, they have a great trigger, and I had other guys message me and tell me, hey, I got one just like yours. It didn't fire and I fixed it myself. Other guys told me they had a lot of creep in their trigger. So, you know, I learned to live with it because I really like the gun a lot. And what impressed me most with this gun was that, you know, I've shot a lot of different rounds through it, over 1,000 rounds, and I have not had a misfire or a jam or anything with this gun. It shot everything that I fed it, and that was amazing. I shot everything from, you know, around 1,000 feet per second up to 1,700 feet per second. And it ate everything I fed it, and that is very, very impressive. But what I did find shooting this gun and putting 1,000 rounds through it was that the slower the round, the better it shot and the more accurate it was. So I finally found 2 rounds that I liked a lot, that I decided this is what I'm going to hunt with, and this is what this gun likes the most. And one of them was a CCI standard. I got an extremely great group at 25 yards. You know, I could cover them with a dime, 5 shots with a dime. That's great at 25 yards. And then the Norma TAC22, which runs about 1,017 feet a second. It also had great groups, but it was best, it held a tighter pattern the further I went out, you know, to 50, 75 yards. So that's what impressed me with that round. Either one of them, I could hunt with either round, be awesome. I have a Banish 30 suppressor on this gun. Sounds like a BB gun going off. No bang at all. So, you know, that's exactly what I was looking for. One of the other changes I made in this firearm when I got my original setup in this gun was I went from a 4-power scope to a 9-power. This is a Monstrum 3x9x32 tactical scope with adjustable turrets. And I like that a lot. So when I got out there, you know, to like 100 yards, I could see the target perfectly, and made me a lot more accurate. I also, if you'll look back here on the buffer tube, added a foam pad. Now I got this from Optic Planet for $10. They charged me $10 to ship it to me for this light piece of foam, but makes a world of difference on the buffer tube, you know. So when I lay my cheek on the buffer tube, you know, it's nice and comfortable. Like that a lot. One other thing that impressed me a lot about the gun was the magazines. You know, everybody you know, gets real jittery about magazines in firearms, but this gun came with 2 10-round magazines. They're all metal. And I bought 2 15-round magazines that are all metal, and I've had 0 issues with those magazines, regardless of what I put in them. So, you know, all in all, I really, really like this gun, and it's probably going to be my main coon gun this season. I learned to live with the safety being, you know, kind of backwards from what us Americans are used to. I've learned to live with the charging handle being on the left side instead of on the right side, like a good old Ruger 1022 or one of the other American firearms. But you know, all in all, this thing is rock solid, a very good shooting gun, and you know, I'm sure it's going to be an extremely good hunting rifle this season. So what I've done is set up some knockover targets. I scattered them out downrange, I think anywhere from like 30 out to 85 yards, and then I put a target up at 100. And I can point and shoot with the CCI standards and the Norma TAC22s from 25 to 85 yards. And then when I get out to 100, I'll dial up 1 MOA, and I should be just about dead on and hit my target at 100. So let's load this up and see what she'll do. All right, guys, we're all ready to shoot. I've got my targets all set up. I'm shooting steel knockover targets that I bought off of Amazon for about 50 bucks. There's 5 animal targets. I've got them set up from 25 yards out to about 80 yards. After we shoot the last knockover target, I'm going to dial up 1 minute. That's 4 clicks, and shoot the paper target at 100 yards. So let's load up and light this candle. This is the fun part right here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to dial up 1 minute. And here we go. All right, there you go, guys. I'm just inside the 2-inch ring at 100 yards using subsonic ammo on a windy day. I'll take that any day of the week. It's a hit for me, and so is this Rock Island Armory TM22. You know, for under $300, it's a pretty impressive little gun.